I see this happening a lot. You got to be careful of this. I've seen since the Ronin changeover, a lot more people pushing out Axies that are still in the canisters. This is fine. They will mature in 5 days later, but they're pushing them out. They have 0 breed count, which is really excellent. But if you have the extensions, please download these extensions. One's called Freaks Axie extension. The other one is called Axie Traits. Axie Traits. Download and install both of those so that you can see the genetics of the creatures. This one, all of these kind of indicate the parents. If you're looking into these ones here, you'll see the Axie traits and stuff like that come up here, and you can see the genetics. They're just a mishmash. You want them to have all the same color. Definitely on the first dominant trait side, there's dominant, there's recessive, and there's R1 and R2 lines there. On the dominant, you want them all for sure, for them, the bottom 4, to be the same color. The top 4, they're not as important, but you want all 6 of the dominant to be ideally perfect. But both of these parents, and they're not even the same class. Like this is Garbo. If you don't have the extensions and you just see that they're different class, just don't even touch it, because you know they're already mixed. But be careful. I think they're doing this to try catch some of the brand new people who might be buying in and just want to get in for the least amount, and they will catch quite a few people this way probably. But I'm going to try save you guys from making these kind of mistakes. Make sure you have those 2 Chrome extensions, and I'll show you some of the controls over here for filtering out and being able to get some really good Axies to start with. You want to have good Axies to start with. It will help you to gain SLP easier in the game and make your money back quicker. If you have good Axies, you'll make your money back quicker. If you have bad Axies like these ones, 1, you have to wait 5 days for these to hatch, and 2, once they do hatch, they are Garbo for PvP. You will be scraping for 1 or 2 SLP extra per day kind of with these ones in PvP. So go over to, you don't need to worry about Mystic. You want to go to breed count if you are planning to be a breeder in the future. I highly suggest 1, 2, 2. So 1, 0, 1, or 2 on the breed count. So you slide that, it'll show you all of the ones that are for 0 breed count. Pureness, that's the dominant trait. It will still filter for the recessive stuff. Will still come up a little mishmashed sometimes, but all the dominant on these ones, you can see they're 6 out of 6, and that's pureness right down here. So you hit pureness, you hit breed count. If you want egg, you can go for egg. If you want adult, you can go for adult. But this is where the magic up here starts to begin here. Once you've decided which class that you want to go with for your team, usually you pick all 3 different ones. If you're going to breed, pick all 3 same ones, and I'll show you why here. Check this one out. This one here is the infinite breeding loop. You only need 3 Axies, and if you're going to have 3 Axies already, I would highly recommend do all fish, and then you can do an infinite breeding loop and make some money back that way, or build some extra teams and stuff like that, and you get some diversified kind of Axies going on with the stuff. I'll show you aquatic, but that's one thing to consider, is possibly buy all 3 the same. The other thing, as you're starting out, the other thing is to build an actual team for your very first team, which you'll be able to farm SLP easier and all of this kind of stuff. And this is what you want as your guide right here for the building your team. These are all of your tanks right here. So either one of these will be good as your front runner, either one of these will be good as your mid line guy, and right at the back you want these guys here, and then from there you can select for your cards and stuff like that. For selecting cards, you want to go to, what is it called? There's a couple websites. It's on another video on the channel. Go check out that video. It is called something about extra tools for Axie Infinity beginners and stuff like that. But once you know what cards you want to have on your Axie, once you've planned them out and stuff like that, first you do pureness, definitely. For your beast, if you click on beast, you want it used to be able to make it so that you could select for how much morale it has and stuff like that, but it doesn't do that right now. But aquatic, let's go for aquatic because I was talking about 3, right? So you pick 3 aquatics and you make sure that their genetics is good. This is not so good just by 1. Like, you want 16 out of 18 at the very least. This one's good. This one's no, because this is all plant parts that it has on it on a fish. So you guys just look through the shop and make sure that it has a decent build on it. And these are the lower prices. I can't imagine why they're $600 and are not pure. But you want to also look at the dominant parts. The dominant parts will increase the price of an Axie too. Risky fish is really good and all this kind of stuff, but let's not get into that too deep. I really love teal shell. That one has a lot of shields for your Axie, for your back runner Axie. And look at this one's perfect for all of the color. It's all fish parts. So if you breed this one with another one, that's another reason why that they're so high breed price, is because they're 0 breed too. So you might want to start with Axies that have 1 or 2 on the breed count, and then you'll be able to see smaller prices for good parts and being able to start your infinite loop. A little bit more expensive on the SLP, but you can at least start your team. Let's go to 2 breed count, and you'll see they're already way down at 241. And I love teal shell, as I said. This one is a bunch of plant parts. You got to be careful, really careful with the genetics and stuff like that. Highly recommend go for 0 on the breed count and go for the purest Axies you can find, because once you start breeding them together, it'll kind of weed out some of that stuff, and you'll always have kind of some straggler stuff in there. Sell off the ones that have the extra stuff, and then just keep trying to purify your breeds and stuff like that. But you choose your if you want to see beasts here, if you want plants here, you can choose plants to appear, this kind of thing. But once you understand and know what cards you want to have on each one, the parts on them reflect what cards they have. Once you know which card setup you want for the dominant traits will determine your cards. You want to go to the parts selector right here. Oh, this is the stats one. If you want the highest speed for that one, this one this one you kind of want the lowest speed. Damn it. This one you want the lowest speed. Come on, what are you doing? Lowest speed possible. Kind of. Somewhere in there. Health as high as possible, because it's a tank. These ones, there was 3 at the top that are your good tanks on that diagram that I showed you. You can run it back to that. Skill, morale. For if you're doing beast, you want highest morale possible. Beast, bug, or dawn, I think they are all high morale. For stat, you want the high morale. So put that there. Put this down here, and you want high morale for beast. Any beast that have 6 out of 6 for the genetics will have the highest possible morale for their card too. So once you click in, you can see the morale 61. That's the highest that you can have, 61. And then they all just balance, like all of these numbers here, they balance to a definite total, and then it just kind of filters out between the two, between the 4 for all of the possibilities for each of the classes. And that's it. That's your rundown for the parts. For the parts, you can do an autocomplete. Yam. I don't suggest Yam. It was just the first one that I was talking about. Nutcracker. Let's go with Nutcracker. Nutcracker is one of the good cards. And when you click in, you'll see that it has a Nutcracker card right here. Nutcracker. And there you go. That's basically what you want to be doing. You want to be finding 6 out of 6 dominant trait for sure. If you want to go a little bit cheaper, don't worry about the other genetics if you're not going to breed with them anyways. And then later when you have money, you can build a team of 3 of all same that when you breed them together, you can continue to do the infinite breeding loop and stuff like that. So these are things to be aware of. These are your tools in the marketplace, and be aware there are fees in the marketplace a little bit more than OpenSea, but you're not going to buy banned Axies by accident. A banned Axie cannot be played in game, but you will still pay a bunch of ETH for it. So be careful. Buy from the marketplace here. That's your best first move as a new player, and the extra fees that are a little bit more than OpenSea go back into the Axie Infinity Nation community. So it's win-win. You're protected and you're investing back into the community by using the services that are here. And yeah. Any questions related to marketplace, genetics, and all of that kind of stuff, see our other videos, but also ask in the comment section below. And make sure you check out the channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe so you don't miss any of our future excellent content. I'm going to keep going through these core topics and keep doing these videos better and better quality. Possibly these don't need that much more better quality, but at the same time, I'll do my best to bring you the best content possible, and you don't want to miss it. So hit subscribe and hit the notification bell, and leave those comments in the comment section.